Should I stop saying cute for everything?
No.
Like when you tell me something, I go, oh, cute.
Yeah, it's a little condescending.
Oh, but it's cute.
Fucking great.
All right, listen up, everybody.
Listen to me because you'll learn.
I'm writing this down. This is good stuff.
I'm ready to go in there and take notes for a couple hours.
All right, we started.
Okay, cool. I was going to say before we get started, but you said we started. My Aura ring says I'm getting sick, so you can't expect me to carry this podcast today.
Do Okay, you know what? Cute.
Cute?
Sure. Cute. I'll try to do the heavy lifting this time,
Yeah.
unlike all the other times.
How sweet of you.
I'm a good one. I'm one of the good ones.
Yeah, because marriage is 100, 100.
50. Oh yeah, 100. Never mind.
You know what you forgot last time?
What did I forget?
The parenting fail. Is it what are we calling it? The parenting fails?
Oh man, and it's on my phone,
Yeah.
and so I
remember what it is.
You remember? Okay, thank God. So that's at the end. But
Okay.
Let's talk. Let's catch up. Oh my God, like we don't have couples therapy. This is it. How you doing?
If this is our couples therapy, it's downhill.
Well, it's better because when you go to
Downhill.
couples therapy, you are talking to one therapist, whereas any therapist on that has access to the internet can listen to this and give us their notes.
Yeah, but
except
yeah.
that they should exactly. That's why we called it Take Notes, because we need therapists to take notes on our marriage.
We're going to be like a case study or whatever they do. And they're like, this is how you don't do marriage.
You know what's so funny? I realized editing the last episode, this is not a parenting podcast. We started it. It was your idea to do a parenting podcast, and I love that idea. And as I was editing our last episode, which I know is technically episode 3, but it's episode 2, but it's not. It's me saying the most outlandish things I could think of saying,
To make me uncomfortable.
and then seeing how you react. And it's like the best part of my day, of my week, is being able to let comedian Lewis out. Because I want you to know,
Yeah.
at home Lewis has a filter.
That's a filter?
At home Lewis has a filter.
That's a filter.
And comedian Lewis feels safe enough because there's so many people around him.
I told you this though. I was like, you just say things that like nobody else would say. You're just like, let me say, like, it feels like you're saying things without running it through a filter in your head.
Yeah, whenever I turn a mic on, it's crazy. I should turn the filter on.
You
But
would
like at
think.
home, the problem is I'm at home, the girls are around. Whenever it's you and me and we're on a date night, yeah, a comedian, like unfiltered Lewis comes out. But at home with the girls, like I put a filter on. Like I don't say lick my nuts at home.
No, but remember that one time one of them said a bad word and we asked where they got it from and they said it was you even though it was me.
Even though it was you, yeah, like that's the problem is people see me on stage, they see my clips online, they think I'm a potty mouth at home. I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Like maybe it was just my long history in radio. I know when I can curse, when I don't have to. And at home around the kids, I don't curse. And so Mackenzie said shit at school like 3 years ago. And like, who taught you that word? My dad. And it's like, no, the fuck you didn't, you know?
I'm going to blame you.
How about
That's her truth.
I use pinga as my
Stop saying bad
exclamation
words.
for everything. And like there's different levels of pinga. Like it's pinga. Or like
Stop
pinga.
saying that.
Or like pinga.
Stop.
And then Mackenzie saw me like I just said being, and she goes ga, and that was the best.
No, stop teaching them. You're teaching them bad things.
Well, no, I do make her say a bad word every day because she's too good. You know she's too good.
But encourage that.
No, man, you need it. So okay. Let's talk about that. I
Okay.
met a dude this weekend at the Improv, the headliner, who was too good.
Mm-hmm.
He was just too sweet. And he's from the South. He's from like the real South, not our South.
This
And-
isn't considered the South.
Correct. He's from the South, so that's how they are over there. Like where Cracker Barrel was made,
They say like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
it was eye contact and and listening and engaging.
That's uncomfortable though.
And it is so nice. It's a turnoff for me.
Yeah, I'd be like, what do you want?
And that's why I'm trying to get a little bit of an edge on Mackenzie. I have to, because at least in my if we moved to Kentucky, to Tennessee, to North
Well,
Carolina,
we could.
if we did, she'd fit in perfectly. We'd be the assholes. But we live in South Florida right now.
Yeah.
And any major city. It's not just I went to LA. The poopy heads were galore, which, by the way, is a real thing that I've taught my daughters. Where are the poopy heads from? California. And who lives in California? Poopy heads, vice versa.
Too soon. They're still recovering from the fire. You can't say things like that.
Yes, you can. I can still call them poopy people because they're still poopy people that went through bad things. Good people go through bad things. Bad people go through bad things. Poopy people go through bad things. My daughters call them poopy people. I'm not going to correct them. Anyway, what the fuck were we saying? I got caught up on poopy
I have
people.
no idea anymore.
Mackenzie is too sweet. So every morning, before she gets out of the car, I make her. I go, hey, what are you gonna do today? And she'll like sometimes if it's just me, her, and her sister in the car, she'll say it out loud. If like the door's open and someone can hear, basically. But I make her say, hey, kick ass. Like, what are you gonna do today? Kick ass. Awesome. Perfect.
Okay, that's not. I thought you were like, say like 8 bad words in a row or something like that.
Say fuck your mother. You know, like
No,
I don't know.
no.
Make sure you tell your bully fuck your mother. You know, like
No.
that.
No.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I have no idea how we got here. Why? What are we doing? I did want to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Great. I love that. I love the dramatic. You're building the tension.
I had something in the tip of my tongue and I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I do think it's important. Look, if we're gonna talk parenting, I think it's important to raise your kids with an edge, and that's not what we had planned to talk about today. But you have to raise your kids with an edge, I think. And Maya didn't really need our encouragement. She has that edge.
No, she needs to be raised with the kindness.
I need to
part.
I need to sand that edge down. It's a
Yeah.
little too sharp.
Yeah.
But Mackenzie, yeah, man, like she's so strong and she's so smart. And yeah, if we can get her to have that edge, I mean, she's gonna be unstoppable.
But maybe it's just not in her personality.
I think at least in again, like I said, in the South, if you live close to a Buc-ee's, that's fine. You're fine. But in like any major city, you need that edge. And it's not for anything, but like I see you. You don't have a lot of an edge.
Thanks, honey.
And there's times where it's like, I see you and I'm like, you could put your fucking foot down, put your fucking heel on their throat and curb stomp this motherfucker. And you're just super nice and respectful.
Like the lady yesterday. So you remember everything except
Like
for
that. Like that. Like when you pull that, when you fucking let your edge fly, it's awesome to see. But then there's a lot of times where you're like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, and maybe, you know what, maybe
I have
this is a sexism
license
thing.
to protect, maybe.
Maybe it's a sexism thing. Like I've heard like Lucy Lopez say, like when you're assertive in a man, you're a fucking boss, dude.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're assertive in a girl, you're a bitch. And
That's
does
accurate.
that go through your mind?
100%.
That sucks.
100%.
It definitely doesn't go through Mackenzie's mind.
Well, no, I don't think she's let the world beat her down to that extent yet, just yet. But that's our job to encourage that. That's why we're here, to support her and teach her, like, hey, it's okay to say, I was going to say a bad word. It's okay to say F you every once in a while.
Are you not going to curse?
No, this is about parenting, and parenting does not require cursing.
Did you not hear?
If anything in the world requires cursing, it's parenting.
It is parenting.
Oh, God.
We're not going to get that Huggies money with all those curse words you've been throwing around.
Oh man, Huggies money would be nice because we go through Pampers. How many not Pampers, because that's the brand. How many diapers? We have a Costco box
We go
of
through
diapers.
Costco diapers, which is like, yeah, they don't sell small. They sell Costco sized bulk diapers. We go through that in a week and a half. It's unreal.
Yeah.
She shits so much.
Maybe we're changing her. Well, that's true. There's poop. I'm like, maybe we're changing her diaper too much, but
Yeah, let her sit and shit for an hour. It builds character.
hey, it pads our wallets. Pobrecita.
I wanted to talk today though, because it's funny, we were talking about building an edge, and it's pretty much the opposite. Is the gentle parenting craze I've had? It's my favorite bit on stage. I think I've got a whole 25-minute section that I can do if you let me just unleash
Well,
on gentle parenting.
remember, I'm getting sick according to my aura ring, so take it away.
No, I'm not gonna do my
Can you
set right
imagine?
now.
Please go ahead. I'm just gonna sit back.
No, but like I think that gentle parenting thing is doing a disservice to kids.
But
but just like everything, listen, just like everything, there's some good to be had, but then the extremists of the world take it too far.
But I feel like you're taking it like the older generation. That's like these gentle parents nowadays. But there's a difference, because I think you're a gentle parent. As much as you don't want to hear that, there's a difference between gentle parenting and passive parenting. Like the parents that just let their kids do whatever they want and run around like crazy and like, oh, little Timmy, oh my God. That's different. Gentle parenting, you're still setting boundaries. What?
I thought you were going to say the kid's name that I'm thinking of.
Oh, no. Little Timmy. Let's call him Little Timmy. But gentle parenting, you're still setting the boundaries, right? Like we gentle parent our kids. As much as you want to think we've never hit them, we talk to them like they're people because they're people. You know, we're not degrading. We're not yelling at them. We have our blow-ups. We do have our blow-ups.
Okay.
But you come back and you apologize. And
I
that's...
like that you said we have our blow-ups, but you come back and you apologize. Because like you were trying to like, oh, Lewis isn't the only one that yells, and then like you let it slip. Like it's like how whenever you get pregnant and your mom, like we know the gender, but we're waiting to reveal it.
Oh, yeah.
And you always say, I don't know what she's going to be. And your mom is like, got it.
I know. I was telling that story the other day. I was like, I told my mom, we were going to have a gender reveal with Mackenzie. I told my mom, like, within minutes of getting home from that scan.
Yeah.
But gentle parenting is just treating your kids with respect. Treating, like, Lou, when you get upset, how do you control your emotions? You don't. You punch something. So how are you going to expect a little kid to be like, I'm so angry? And they're so little. Mackenzie's our oldest. She's only been here 6 years. Think what you were doing 6 years ago. You still didn't have your emotions under control.
I was taking care of a newborn.
But it's just helping them navigate through those emotions. So when they do something wrong, okay, Maya the other day pushed her sister, right? And I go, whoa, we don't touch each other. What happened? She said, well, I wanted to close, you know the little gymnastics mat that they have? Okay, I wanted to close it. Mackenzie's legs were in the way, so I just pushed her. And I go, okay, well, that's not acceptable. Walk me through what happened.
Look, man, I'm trying to get from A to B. There was an obstacle.
There was more.
I got rid of it. What do you want from me?
More to it though. She goes, I go, what happened? She goes, Mackenzie's legs are there. I go, okay, what did you do? She goes, I asked her to move. What did Mackenzie say? Mackenzie said no. So what did you do? I pushed her legs. And I go, okay, well, next time, how do you think, like, what do you think you can do to get what you want without... to get what you want without hurting your sister. And it's about putting her in Mackenzie's shoes. And I go, do you think you would like it if someone pushed you? No. Would it make you happy or sad? It would make me sad. So how do you think Mackenzie's feeling right now? She's feeling sad. What can you do to make her feel better? Oh, I can say sorry and give her a hug. Those kinds of things. Or when they're frustrated or upset. Hey, I can tell you're upset. Do you want to talk about it? No. Do you need a hug? No. Okay. When you're ready, I'm here. And in the future, they're going to know that when they mess up or when they're upset or when they're frustrated, whatever, they can come to us and we're going to help them navigate it instead of being like, you're so ridiculous. You're only 6. Your life's not that serious. Get over it. We're validating them. Gentle
that's
parenting.
Some pussy shit you just said.
Oh
like
my
all
God.
of that is some pussy shit. Like understand what you did. Understand what you did. You're like, oh, if Mackenzie, if you're in her shoes, like what would you want? But like, no. She told, hey, move. And like I told my kid, actions have consequences. Mackenzie, I'm closing this up, move. And she wasn't using it. She was just in the way. Mackenzie, move. Mackenzie, look at me. Move. I'm closing this up.
That's anarchy.
And then, oh, you don't want to move? I'm gonna fuck off. Brah.
Anarchy.
No, man. It's, hey, I warned you. You didn't listen.
No.
And I'm the one that's half deaf.
No.
How are you gonna?
You can catch more flies with honey. Catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. I just taught her some valuable life lessons. She's
and you
gonna
turned her
be
into a soft fucking marshmallow of a human being.
No, she's gonna be diplomatic in the future. She's gonna use her words.
Nah, she did use her words.
Problem
she used
solving.
her words twice, and then she didn't get any result. Like it's not even Mackenzie said no, right? Like Mackenzie just ignored her.
No, Mackenzie said no. And she said, well, okay.
Oh, no, you're going to move. I don't think you understand. I wasn't asking you. I was
Mackenzie
fucking telling you.
no. And so.
Oh, man. I see that differently.
We don't let our kids hit each other. So
No.
laying your hands, pushing on somebody, that's not okay.
No, but I have told them if someone hits them in school and
But
they
that's
hit them
different.
back, I'm going to take them out of school and take them for ice cream.
But that's different.
And then what
which
happened with
Maya
Maya?
did.
Maya took me up on my ice
But
cream deal.
and I supported her through that. But I'm just saying the first course of action should not be let me hit you.
No,
Which
no,
is what happened with Maya. The little girl, there was a little girl in school, came into her bubble, her
A little
space.
personal space
And
bubble.
she said, "Hey, get out of my bubble." The little girl didn't. Maya told the teacher. The teacher
wiped
have
her ass with it.
may have done something, may have not. We don't know what teacher she was with because some people know what teacher situation Maya's in.
It wasn't the good one. Don't worry.
So we don't
It
want to
wasn't
call
the
her
good one.
out. Yeah. So the teacher didn't say anything or do anything, whatever. And so when the little girl was still in her bubble, Maya pushed her. Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
Ice cream for you.
Yeah, maybe the little girl hurt you, but also it's not okay to let someone just, which again is the thing, boundaries. You need to teach them where their boundaries are. And when someone crosses that boundary, you do something.
So for me, when we talk about gentle parenting, there's that textbook gentle parenting, like I mentioned in my act, that strictly by the book gentle parenting. I can't do that because it raises a generation of people to get dog walked by the kids that were raised with an edge, you know? And so I teach I don't know, like, yes, I think the only thing gentle about me is I have never hit them.
Right.
And I apologize when I recognize that I'm wrong. Other than that, I wouldn't call myself gentle parent because, like, I'll tell you why. I don't see kids that are raised with textbook gentle parenting have the respect for their authority figures that my kids have for me. If we're at a park and kids and everyone's running around and I need to get my kids' attention, all I have to do is and tell you've been there. What do they do?
Yeah, they look.
I don't know how to whistle. I can do very loud. And so that's what I do. I go, and sometimes I use it as a party trick. If we're at a birthday party and some dad just can't command his kid because of little Timmy, come here. Oh, no, but if you can come here before you go in the bounce.
But I don't
Okay, just
think
when you're done in the bounce. Oh, you're going to stay in the bounce. Okay, just whenever you feel like it, come here. No. And whenever I see that happen at a party, especially if it's a dad I don't give a shit about, I pull it. I go, my girls look. I swear, it's kind of fucked up, but I have them raised like dogs because you've seen it, and if you haven't seen it, it's very impressive. I go, shh. They look at me. I point at them, and I point at my side. I don't say a word. I point at them, and I point at my side, and they sprint towards me. And they know they're not in trouble because I do it when they're in trouble. I do it when they're not. And they come up to me and they go, "Yes, Dad." I'm like, "Do you guys want juice or anything?" And they're like, "No, it's okay." I'm like, "All right, go keep playing."
Could that be like a mutual respect thing?
A mutual respect. A mutual respect is something you cannot have when you're textbook gentle parenting.
I don't think that's the I don't think textbook gentle parenting. I think is more passive parenting, of just letting kids do whatever they want.
Like how when millennials first started coming out, like we thought we weren't millennials, but they were actually talking about Gen Z. Like it's just a confusion.
Yeah,
with the term.
I think it blends into each other. As far as gentle
Pussy-ass
parenting,
Can we call it that?
no. As far as gentle parenting, I would consider us gentle parents because, again, we don't hit them. And we have friends that hit their kids. We have a lot of friends that hit their kids.
Yeah.
But we've found in our parenting style that when you just have that mutual respect, and of course our kids know they're kids. We're not here to be your friend. We're not like, oh, let's go out and grab a latte and talk about our feelings or whatever. It's not that. It's more so respecting that they also have feelings and emotions and whatever, and recognizing that we mess up too. We blow up on them too, but coming back and apologizing and being like, hey, I'm sorry I got upset. I'm sorry I yelled. Like, there was one day the girls, I think, opened the front door. The first and only time they opened the front door without anybody nearby. And we flipped out and we yelled at them and they were like, oh my God. And then later on, we came back to it and we were like, hey, we yelled, you scared the crap out of us.
This is why we yelled.
Yeah.
And that's something I try to, I'll apologize if my actions were blatantly wrong. But if they were warranted, I won't apologize. I'll explain why I did the actions. Whereas for us, it was, I don't remember getting an excuse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, why?
No, I don't.
Because I said so.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It was always because I said so. What I do? Why can't I? Because I said so. Cojones, go to your room.
Yeah.
And so that's something I think we've definitely gotten better at. But yeah, I don't always apologize for yelling.
Right. I don't think it's right. What you're saying.
I'll explain why I yelled.
Yeah.
Hey, mommy, you scared the shit out of me. You really scared me, mom. And I yelled because I needed a drastic change. I needed you to hear me. I needed you to stop what you were doing. And if I would have said it in a regular voice, you wouldn't have reacted the way you did. Thank you for reacting to my screaming the way you did. This is why I yelled at you. Do not do it again, and I won't yell at you about it again. Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like rude or anything, but I don't think you need to hit your kids for them to understand what they did was wrong.
But again, we're raising girls.
That was my next like caveat is I also think we were lucky in that we're raising girls and girls that are generally really good.
Look, my dad hit my sister, my older one. He never touched my younger one, but like he would hit both of us is what I'm saying. It wasn't just like a thing for her. He would hit me way more. I deserved it way more. But my dad hit both of us. And so like in my head, hitting a girl like for your kid, like to reprimand your kid with, you know, a chancleta was something, it doesn't matter if they're a boy or a girl, if they deserve it, they deserve it. But for me, I'll tell you, I maybe it would be different had they deserved it. My thing is, I've been able to raise them, and
I know
they are at a level of understanding and respect where I haven't had to hit them. Maybe if they were shit fucking listeners, maybe I would have been like, oh yeah, the words aren't working. I'm gonna take off my shoe and I'm gonna smack the fuck out of her.
Yeah.
Obviously not, but you know, like a little hit. Respect. You know, I don't need to. Don't call the cops on me again. I've never actually hit my kids. It's all hypothetical. But like maybe if she was a shit listener, maybe I would take off my chicken like that, hit her, smack her on the bottom, and be like, "Oh yeah, what are you doing?" Like my dad did to me and my sister. I know. I if we had a boy, maybe that would be my first instinct.
Could it be that they've been such good listeners because of that mutual respect thing and communication and helping them talk through whatever they're going through and identifying feelings and
the guy who's raising this guy who's raising my children with the respect and got hit. So you clearly there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. You can raise a respectful kid, hitting your kids. You can raise a respectful kid, not hitting your kids. Yeah. I think it all comes down to
We also don't have boys. I feel like boys probably need
we know all of Mackenzie's, all the ones from the old school, they're all boys.
Yeah. Very respectful, very sweet.
Some get hit, some don't, and they're all such good kids. Do you know why?
Because of their parents.
Because the parents are doing whatever it is they're doing from a place of love.
Yeah.
And a place of, I'm doing this so you can be a better human being. Now, there's abusive parents out there. Let's not go too deep into this. That are doing it because they are assholes. It's not from a place of, I want you to be better. It's, I need to be better. Fuck you. And they blame all their mishaps on their kids. That's never going to create a respectful kid. You're just hitting your kid because it doesn't work.
Right.
If it comes from a place of love, and it's
like a consequence for an action.
No matter what, if you raise your kid, you can love your kid and hit them. You can. I'm not saying to do it. You got hit once?
That I can remember once. You know, I used to bite was my thing. Like I would clamp on and my mom would have to hold my nose so I couldn't breathe so that I would let go. It was a self-defense thing. I tell her I was the third one. I was
She would hold your breath until you
hold my nose because I would like clamp onto whatever I was biting. I'm assuming my sisters, and I would not let go. And so she would hold my nose so that I couldn't breathe, and I had to open my mouth. Yeah,
that's smart.
But I don't. Maybe she did hit me. I don't know. That was so long ago. I can remember getting hit one time. I was 16 years old, and I talked back to my mom, and she smacked me in the mouth.
Nice.
And I remember that day vividly. I deserved it.
Good.
But that is the one time I remember getting hit.
Yeah, I can remember the day I didn't get hit.
That's so sad.
I actually can't remember that day.
Do you need a hug?
I don't remember a day I didn't get hit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Is there any other gentle parenting little tidbit that you want?
No, I just think it's important to treat your kid as a human. They're humans. I'm 30. Let's not age me. I'm
31, dude.
But no, you don't want to age you because then as time goes on, people can go back and be like, well, in 2024, 2025? In 2025, she was 31. So now she's... Oh my God, whatever. Okay. 31 years, and if I have a bad day, guess what? I'm reaching for a little treat or a hug. If I have a good day, guess what? I'm reaching for a little treat, a little beer to celebrate a good day. So kids are allowed to need hugs and kisses and support from you when they're having good and bad days.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to also remember that they're not giving you a hard time, they're having a hard time.
Okay, but they're also giving me a fucking headache. Are they having a headache?
But it's because they're having a hard time. That's what I tell myself with the baby when she's like miserable. I'm like, she's not giving you a hard time. There's just something going on with her, and she needs
Oh
us.
no, I always feel like it's a direct threat against me. I always feel, I don't know why. Yeah, I should think like you, but like when I'm putting her to bed and she like goes like that and she punches me in the throat, I'm like, did this bitch fucking try and knock me out? And I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? I am so much stronger than you.
She doesn't get that yet.
No fear. Good edge. Good edge. We got to sharpen
She's
that
gonna be
edge.
scary.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Basically, fuck gentle parenting. Raise your kids with love, man. If you want to hit your kids not to be an asshole and to take out your own insecurities on them. Hit them because it's coming from a place of I
Love.
want you to be better,
Yeah.
and I want you to be better than I was. And if you don't want to hit your kids, don't want to hit your kids. I think we can both agree. Hitting your kids, don't hit your kids. Don't put them on a fucking leash.
No, don't put them on a leash and don't abandon them in the shopping cart at Target so you can go do more.
Oh, wait, yeah, okay. So this is the time in the episode where you can submit like submit like your own parenting
stories,
topics of conversation, whether it's a question that you want us to address, a topic you want us to address, a story you want us to react to. I know I got a story from my sister, which I will save for the
later
next episode.
Oh, I
because
also got a
I want to
question.
talk about. Oh. You got a question?
No, I got a question that we can save for another episode.
Okay, I want to talk about the Target thing, dude. So we're at Target on a busy
It was a busy
afternoon.
day. It had to be Saturday or Sunday or something.
It was busy. All the
'cause it
lines were
was
slammed, and so
Oh,
we
jinxies.
are. Look at us. And so we're in our line, and we're just sitting there. And how did you see it? You're the one that pointed it out.
Well, because I think the line was moving or something and the cart hadn't moved. And I'm nosy. I'm looking around. They were in the lane next to us. And I'm like, I wonder why that car's not moving. And there's no human to the cart except for the little one sitting in the
cart, not in the car seat part where you put your bread.
Yeah.
He was in the cart. I will give credit to the lady who left him, which I think was an abuela or a very old mom. She left him in a cart full of pillows.
Yeah,
so it's not that he wasn't comfortable. He was very and also it's Target. You know, bad stuff happens at Walmart and Winn-Dixie.
No, you were in South Florida in Miami, human trafficking hub.
Straight up, scary as fuck. I could never. I almost. I'll be honest, I thought about, maybe I can go in, get a quick thing from the gas station, and lock the doors. But I was like, no, I can't. And so I literally took the baby inside with me to get my Zins. I got a problem.
Priorities.
And so I didn't leave her in the car. I'm not a bad dad.
So
But-
that's when we started watching. I'm like,
Yeah, so the kid's like sitting all comfy in the cart full of pillows, like chilling, maxing, relaxing, sitting.
I
all
think
cool.
he had stood up at one point before she got back, and I was like, what is going on?
No, and then let's call it 5 minutes, 5 whole minutes, not 5
Yeah.
exaggeration minutes.
Yeah, like
Very slow line.
Sit in 5 minutes. It's uncomfortable
5 minutes, she comes in
with another kid.
with another kid, and then the other kid, they reconvene at the cart, and then they split up again.
Yeah, that was.
Yo, you got a kid? I can't say that.
I was kind of looking for like, oh, maybe there's like a dad looking for snacks, or maybe the mom or the grandma or whatever. Because sometimes I go to Target with my mom or my sister or whatever, and we split up. And I'm like, maybe they're just like looking, bent down, dropped something, and we couldn't see them from where we were. But
Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna say my intrusive thought. I wasn't gonna kidnap him because I'm not a trafficker, but it took every fiber in my being not to just move the cart somewhere
out of the
else.
way.
Because he's not gonna because he's not gonna get kidnapped. I hope, or at least not because of me. But then they're gonna come in and think he was, and that's
learn
gonna
the
teach
lesson.
them a lesson.
But then think about the people that were in line behind them. They were just patiently waiting. They're like, oh, it's Target on a Sunday.
But that's the thing. It's very trusting. I would trust the people at Target behind me
more
to
than
watch my kids.
I can
Where,
see
where, let's. I'm gonna name a couple stores. Do you trust the guy randomly behind you to watch your kid? Publix,
yes,
Winn-Dixie,
no.
Aldi. I'm gonna say no, even though we go.
Which one though? I feel like the one by Costco I would trust.
Okay, again, you're speaking in generalities. That one, okay. Best Buy,
No,
Ross.
no, no. That would be the abuela that's like, where are her socks? Ella tiene frío, and you're like, abuela, it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, Macy's.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I
Sears.
would give a Macy's person my child. Be like, this is yours now.
Give them a better life than I ever got.
yeah, this is yours now.
All right, yeah. So basically, Target. You know what? You're absolved of all your sins because you chose Target.
What
to
about
do that in.
Presidente?
Fuck no.
Okay.
That kid will get trafficked while I'm there. What are you talking about?
The second you walk in,
Yeah,
they
like
just take him to the side.
dude. That's why I walk prepared. You know me. I'm always prepared. Everywhere
And
we
with
go.
that, everybody, stay cute.
Stay cute. Don't leave your kids in the cart.